What's it like coming back here, Ken?
Well,
Been there, done that before? Or?
yeah, it feels like I never left because I was here a week ago. I don't know. I just, you're into the season, like you get playing again. So I really enjoyed it here last year, and it was a real good team. It was a real good team, and unfortunately, a key guy went down, and it impacted a lot of stuff that went on our team. But I told Jim that too. I thought the way we were playing, we were the best team in the West for sure. And
Bishop got hurt. And the rest.
yeah, well, things went sideways a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to some specifics on who wasn't on the ice today. Connor McDavid, as well as Ryan Spooner. Any updates on those fronts?
Both guys have been fighting ailments, and we just opted to keep them off so that we're ready for tonight. So we're assuming both guys will be ready for tonight, ready to go, and we'll see from there. But right now, it's better that both guys don't practice and probably won't practice for a few days so that they're good to go during the game at night.
Darnell Nurse just referred to Mikko Koskinen as a stud in goal, and that the team has real confidence in him. It looks like he's starting again tonight. Just a thought on what he's given you, and the fact that you're riding him a bit right now.
Well, I said this before. We're kind of lucky. We got the luxury going, the same luxury that Dallas has got going. You got two good goalies. So right now Mikko's hot, so we're running with him, and we're expecting that Towles is going to play in St. Louis, but we're lucky. We got two good goalies, and I think that's the only way you can get points in the league. I think your secondary goalie's got to get you 15 to 20 wins, which is a lot, but if you expect to make the playoffs, that's what's got to happen, and it's a big-time luxury for us right now to be in that position.
Ken, how different is the matchup going up against when they do load up that top line when you're the road team as opposed to when you're at home?
Well, you're talking Sagan.
Yes.
I don't think it matters when you play Sagan's line or who you play against them. When they're dialed in, they don't beat you just with skill. They beat you with work. They got three players that can play right through you. So it's a tough matchup, road or home. It doesn't matter. I've seen teams try to play five checkers against them, and it doesn't work because they can't get it out of their own end. And I've seen them play skill and top end, and it doesn't work either. So to me, when that line dialed in, there's no line. There might be lines that are a little bit more top end skill wise, but there's no line that has the combination like that line is, and of work and skill. And when they're on top of both parts of that game, you got to make sure that you're playing simple against them, because if you make one puck error, they take advantage of it.
What's your legacy here, and especially with the fans? It seems like you had a great relationship all that time.
Yeah, I mean, we loved it here, but when you're here at the starting point, it's different. We started the program here. That program led to minor hockey. It led to the building of rinks. It led to a great AAA program. I've got friends in the Western Hockey League that have a number of players from Dallas in their programs, and so I think it's not just winning championships or making the playoffs for me here. It's the growth of the game, and I think the game, that group of athletes and that management group and coaching group, I think our legacy is going to be the growth of the game. I think every time you go to a minor hockey rink or you go and the rinks are packed like they are here in Dallas, that's a program that we started and people carried it from there. And I think all of us, we talk about that all the time more than we do about winning championships. We talk about all the kids that play minor hockey. And, when I had the time when I was consulting, I was watching AAA games, and Rick Wilson's son coaches AAA, and we'd watch games there, and it was impressive because there was a number of good players on those teams.
Back to St. Louis last year, and you got a big ovation. Are those things important to you? I mean, you always seem to connect with the fans. That's why it just seems like it might mean more coming from the fans than anybody else.
I appreciate anything that if you've done something. We poured our heart and soul into it last year, and I think we did a hell of a job, and I think the players were really kind of the story last year because it was a tough year the year before. We really made big strides, and I was really proud of the job we did. So whatever's there, and I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but you got to move on quick in this business. But for me, like I said, there was a lot of positives last year and a lot of growth, and pretty proud of that.
quick.
How proud of you of the fact that Tyler Sagan's game evolved from offensive to the 200-foot game he had?
Well, I'm proud of the fact that I coached him hard up, and I stuck with him. Like a lot of times, every time he thought that the coach was on his back, that he would have to go play right wing, which he hated, and I just stuck with him. And then eventually, after 2 months, he punched through. It took 2 months, but he punched through and came out on the other side to be the player he is now. And that, to me, is coaching. Like, you got pushing people is one thing. That's what we do. We're trying to get them through walls. But as long as you stick with them, they usually get through the wall. And I'm proud that he stuck with us and we stuck with him. And then in the end, you get an unbelievable player. It's good. It's a good lesson for all of us. It's the same when everybody asks me, what did you do with Medano, or what did you do with other guys like that? That's what you do, is you push, but you stick with them. And the hardest part is sticking with them, because at the start, you're going to have a lot of disappointment. But at the end, look what you got. You got a great finished product. You got a great player, a dynamic player with or without the puck. That's what you're looking for.
What's it like having all the dads around for the guys? It's not the first time you've had this in your career, so.
No, but they're my age. That's a little scary. Like, and some of them are even younger than me. That's even more scary. But it's funny because I coached some of these. I coached one of these dads, and I watched.
Ryan Benny?
Yeah, and I watched other guys. I watched Chris's dad rodeo all the time. Every time I went to outdoor rodeo, he was the clown. He was the guy that was fighting bulls, and it's that part's pretty neat. I saw Darnell's father play in the CFL. It's pretty neat. It's getting to be the point where I think the scariest part for me since I've gone back to Edmonton is the fact that I met a player who played midget hockey for me, whose grandson played exhibition games in the NHL. Now that's really scary because I coached that guy, and that shows you how long I've been in the damn business. So.